Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I do have some products from Beetles. They did send these products over to me as PR, so I do want to thank Beetles for sending these over. I am going to be using and unboxing these products in today's video, and make sure you stay tuned because I am going to be doing a super cute French tip fruit nail set. So let's go ahead and start off by unboxing these products. First, the builder gel kit, which does include builder gel and pretty much the basics to apply builder gel. It does include paper forms. Let me just go ahead and unbox this, and then we can look at everything together and see what is included in this package. And again, this is the Beetles builder gel kit. I love the packaging. I think it's very cute and fun. Starting off, we get the application guide, and this just shows the basics on how to build a nail with builder gel, which I will not be doing this in today's video. I will actually be using the builder gel for something else, which just continue watching and you will find out. But we do get 6 different colors of builder gel along with some other items that are included. The first thing is this pair of pointy head tweezers, and these are more for like the glitters and sequins that are included. That way you can pick up those and place them into the builder gel. So these are nice, good quality. I like those, and it is pretty important to have a pair of tweezers when you are doing your own nails. Next, we do get 3 different glitter sequins. We get a pink, and then we also get a holographic and some holographic butterflies as well. The next thing that is included are some paper forms, and you do get a lot of these. I didn't open them just because I didn't feel like there was a need to, but you do get a lot of those paper forms. Next thing included are these silver clear flat back rhinestones. Some are shaped and some are round. We also get a 100/180 grit hand file, and then we also get a dual-ended brush with a brush on one end and a dotting tool on the other end. And last but not least are the 6 colors of builder gel, which I went ahead and took out of the packaging. And here is just a look of everything that you do get in the builder gel kit from Beetles. This will be linked in the description box below if you are interested, but let's go ahead and take a look at these 6 builder gel color choices that you do receive in this kit. The first color here is a very cute, fun peachy nude. I really like peachy nudes like this, so this one was definitely my absolute favorite. The next color here, I believe, is another nude, but more on the pink side of being a nude. This one I also really liked. It's just a little bit lighter than the previous one and more of a pink instead of a peach. The next color we have here is a pink, and this one is super beautiful, a very nice cover pink shade. I really like this pink, very soft and light. Love that one. The next color we have is D003, and this color is a jelly pink, which I thought was fun. I like that. So it's just like a clear base with a little bit of a hot pink color added in it. Super fun and pretty. The next one, D002, which is a milky white. I really like this one as well, and when I opened this one, right away I thought of milk bath nails. I just think that's the perfect milky white color. The last one, which is D001, which is just a regular clear builder gel. Now let's go ahead and take a look at these gel liners. They did send over 2 packs, and they sent over the 12 packs of the brighter colors, and then we also have some more pastels. I love gel liners. I think they are so easy to use, very convenient, especially if you're doing a lot of nail art, if you're doing a lot of different color French tips. It just makes things so easy because you have the bottle with the brush and the color right there. You don't have to put it out on a palette and like clean your brush 20,000 times. So gel liners are definitely a lifesaver. I am going to be swatching both of these collections on the swatch stick. I'm starting off with the darker to brighter shades of the rainbow, and then I will also be swatching the more pastel colors. I did speed this up, but I just wanted to go ahead and add it in because I did film it and I thought that it would be something fun to watch, especially because obviously I won't be using all of these colors. I do end up using most of them throughout the nail set I am going to be doing today, but I didn't use all of them, so I just thought it would be nice to keep in the swatching. That way, if you like the gel liners and want to see the actual swatch, you can go ahead and see that during this portion of the video. But one thing I did want to mention is these gel liners are super high quality. I really liked using them, and I just think the brushes on the gel liners make French tips so easy to do. I feel like I've said this before when I use gel liners, but if you're struggling with French tips, which I still even struggle with French tips. It is not an easy design at all. But if you are struggling with them, I recommend trying some sort of gel liner. I don't know what it is, but with using gel liners and doing French tips, it's just 10 times easier to me rather than using a regular gel polish, putting it out on my palette, and then using a separate line brush. I just find the line brushes that are in most gel liners just make doing French tips so much easier. So like I said, if you are struggling with French tips, I recommend purchasing some gel liners and trying to do some French tips with gel liners and just see if you improve or if it makes things a lot easier for you. I do want to mention that I do have a discount code with Beetles, and that code is BrandiVIP. I will have that somewhere on the screen and also in the description box. I will also be linking the products that I did use today and the products I'm showing, the gel liners and the builder gel kit. That will also be linked in the description box as well in case you guys are interested in purchasing either of the items. I'm just going to go ahead and let the rest of this swatching play out. This is the finished color swatches of the darker to more brighter shades, and then I'm just going to go ahead and let the pastel colors play out, but I will be swatching those colors as well. Alrighty, so here are the lighter pastel colors all swatched, and these are super beautiful. I also did want to show the colors side by side, the darker, brighter versus the lighter pastel colors. I just want to say these colors in these collections are super beautiful, and I feel like these two kits right here are a perfect little startup to your collection for gel liners, and I totally recommend purchasing them. But let's go ahead and jump right into the nail set now. I did apply my peel off base coat, and now I'm going to be trying something new that I have been wanting to. I am going to be doing a Gel X dupe nail using builder gel. I'm super excited for this. Basically, normally you would use a 4-in-1 base coat or a thicker base coat, but instead today I'm going to be using the builder gel to apply my full cover nail tips, and I have seen people do this before and I just wanted to try it out, especially because I think it's cool that the builder gels weren't just clear, they had color to them. And today I'm specifically going to be using this nude one since I am going to be doing some French tips. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is taking that builder gel and applying a layer of it to all of my natural nails. This will really help with having an even layer since you are using a colored gel. It just helps in the end give a nice nude base, and I feel this is a very important step. I am pretty new with this method of applying Gel X nails. I'm used to just doing a clear base and applying the nail tip that way, but ever since I tried that one TikTok nail hack, I really liked the way you could have a clear or a nude base already for your French tips without needing to apply a layer of nude gel polish on top of the nail. So I have just recently been really liking to do it this way, and I will be using this method a lot more, but it will take some practice, of course. So I did go ahead, apply a layer of this to my natural nails, and then I went ahead and cured for 30 seconds in the nail lamp. Now I am going to be taking that builder gel and applying it to the full cover nail tip. The area where I applied it is where my natural nail would go. I kind of just like eyeballed it up a little bit, and then I also added a little like amount of it to the cuticle area. I kind of just like went and brushed the brush on it. That way I could have a little bit of a pull in that area. That way when I press it onto the nail, it will have a secure hold. And then I do just get that nail into place, slowly lowering it until the product has reached my free edge of my natural nail. And then I hold that in place and do a quick flash cure. And then I move on to my next nail. If you notice me applying the product a little further up the nail, the reason for that is because I did want to do a deep smile line for my French tips. So once I am all finished with the nails, I will apply the builder gel on the underside of the nail tips. The reason for that is just because I wanted to be able to do a deep smile line for my French tips, and with the nude base being only so far down the nail, that wouldn't have been possible unless I went underneath the nail and also applied the nude builder gel. So that is the reason for me doing that. You really don't have to. If you want to do a smile line that's closer to your natural nail, then obviously you will already have that nude builder gel on the part where it needs to be. But for me, wanting to do that deeper smile line, I will obviously need to apply the nude builder gel further down the nail. That way I will have a nude base for my French tip. So I did just go ahead and repeat this same process for all of the nails. It was so quick and so easy. This did not take any time at all. And then I did go ahead and cure for 30 seconds in my larger lamp. And then here is where I'm going to be taking that same nude builder gel and just applying it to the underside of the nail tip. I only went so far down, but I would recommend going the whole way down if you are going to be doing it this way, just because if you don't, the nail won't be like even underneath, and that might be a little bothersome to some people, but to save product, this was a pop-off nail set, and I didn't really mind that the bottom was uneven. I only went down a certain amount just to where I knew with my smile line I wouldn't see any clear nail peeking through. That was the whole purpose of me doing this. I hope this doesn't confuse anyone, but honestly, this didn't take long at all either. It was very quick and super easy, and it actually gave a lot more strength to the nails. So I feel like this may be even a little tip or hack. If your nails are not strong enough, you could go under the nails with some builder gel. After I had that applied, I did do a full cure of 60 seconds for that just to make sure that was fully cured. Now I'm going to be doing some filing and shaping to the nails. I took that 180 grit hand file and filed the free edge to remove that little piece of plastic. I'm now taking my e-file with a cuticle ball bit on it, and I'm going to clean up any spillage from around the cuticle area and from the underneath of the nail. Basically, all you want to do underneath the nail is make sure any of that product is not touching your skin. And I'm also sealing in the cuticle to give a lot cleaner look in the end. Then I'm also taking my buffing block and I will be removing the shine from the nail tip. Then once I am finished, I will brush away all of the dust and repeat all of the filing and buffing to the rest of the nails off camera. So here are the nails after they have been buffed and filed. I'm now going to be moving on to the French tips. I went ahead and picked out 5 different gel liner colors that I'm going to be using as the base for my French tips. And then I'm just going to begin doing my French tip. So the way I did my French tips in this nail set was I started off by putting a little line for the marking point of where I want the center of that smile line to be. And then I went ahead and started on the sides of the nail and just brought the lines down to match and meet up with where the center of the smile line will be. Honestly, I feel this is the easiest way for me to do my French tips. I remember when I first started off with French tips, I would go all crazy and put a bunch of different lines, and honestly that really helps, but it's super time consuming. So I feel like once you get the hang of it and you can kind of just freehand your smile line and then fill it in, it's a lot quicker than drawing out all of those lines. And don't get me wrong, it is super, super helpful to draw on all of those lines when you're first starting out with French tips. But I just don't like to do that anymore because normally my nail sets already take a long time. And then with drawing out all the lines for the French tips, that just takes 10 times longer. So I do like to try my best and freehand it. I always have some acetone and a cleanup brush on standby because I am still not perfect at French tips. Honestly, I liked the way the nail set turned out in the end. I was super proud of the French tips, but again, I still could point out flaws and I just wasn't happy with it. It also took me quite a bit of time. This nail set overall took quite a bit of time just because I have not mastered my French tips, and I also did a lot of nail art, and the nail art I did was super cute, fun, and very beginner friendly, but just as much of it as I did, obviously it just gets a little bit of time consuming, and honestly, not complaining at all. I had a super fun time creating this nail set, and the end result was just so fun and so cute. So I did go ahead and draw on the smile line for the pink French tip. I then just filled that in with the liner brush, which is also a little bit time consuming, especially when you're doing longer nails and the French tip is a little bit longer. When you fill it in with the line brush, you're like sitting there wishing the brush was bigger, but then when you move on to your next French tip, it's like, oh, never mind, it's all right. And then you get to filling it in and you're like, why can't my brush be long or bigger? But anyways, I went ahead, drew the smile line, I filled that in, and then I did cure for 30 seconds in my nail lamp, just because when I do nail art, when I do French tips, I get very clumsy for some reason, and I don't want to get my French tip to how I like it and then not do a cure and then bump it and then mess it all up. So every nail, once I liked that French tip, I did go ahead and cure for 30 seconds just to make sure I was safe if I accidentally bumped it. So I do want to talk a little bit about these gel liners just because I loved them so much, and I feel like if you do not have these in your collection, girl, you definitely need them. They are so fun, and both of the kits come with so many different colors. In that pastel kit, you also get a white gel liner, which is awesome because that's like perfect for the basic nude and white French tips. So I definitely recommend these gel liners because the quality is absolutely perfect. The brushes were amazing. I had no problems at all using the brushes. They were a very nice brush. I could do the French tips with them, and I also did a little bit of nail art with the brushes as well. And just, I don't know, like these gel liners, I love them so much. I will definitely continue to pick them up if I need to use them in another nail set. And also the gel liners were very highly pigmented. For the French tips and all of the nail art, I only did one coat of polish, and I thought it looked really good. I mean, there were a little bit of spots where I felt like, oh, I could go over that with a second coat and it would look a lot better. But for me, honestly, I liked the end result and thought it looked good, everything having only one coat. So I feel that was very good on Beetles' end, because when you're doing nail art, when you're doing French tips, you don't want to do all of the French tips and then have to go over it again because the color isn't like bold enough. It doesn't have that correct opacity. So it is really nice that these gel liners are really good for getting that good coverage in just one coat. So while I'm finishing the French tips here, I do want to talk about using the builder gel to apply my full cover nail tips, just because I didn't really get a chance to talk about that. And instead of just letting music play out, I did go ahead and decide I would talk about this. Honestly, I really love it. I 10 out of 10 recommend using builder gel to apply your full cover nail tips. If you like doing the Gel X method, the après dupe method, whatever you guys call it, you know, the Gel X, I really think it is the quickest, easiest. I just love how easy it is to apply a nail extension using full cover nail tips using just some builder gel. I think it's so quick, so easy. I also really liked that the builder gel was that nude color, which allowed me to jump right in after filing and buffing. I was able to jump right into my nail art. I didn't have to worry about putting a nude base layer down, which is super helpful on time because you kind of like kill two birds with one stone with applying your nail tips and also already having your base color. It's just super time convenient, and I really loved it a lot. I also love that this builder gel kit specifically came with some different colors. That way, if you don't want a nude, you could do a jelly base or just a clear base, or a white, like that creamy white color. So I definitely recommend applying your full cover nail tips like this. It is a super quick way to get on some nail extensions, aka full cover nail tips, in a very fast amount of time. So I totally recommend it. I know I didn't show any prep in this video just because I did have my peel off base coat on. I knew it was going to end up being a longer video, so I didn't show any prep. But if you are interested in how you should prep your nails for something like this, let me know in the comment section. I also do have a video on my channel using a regular like Gel X base, like a 4-in-1 base coat to apply full cover nail tips. And I have the prep for how you should prep your nails to make them last 3 to 6 weeks. So definitely you could check that video out as well, and that can help you prep your nails to apply them in this way. So I am going to go ahead and stop talking and finish this last French tip, and then we will be moving on to the nail art, which is going to be some super cute fruits. Alrighty, so here are the nails after I have the base of the French tips all complete and they have been cured. Again, just remember this is only one coat of each of the gel liners. Now I'm going to be moving on to doing some fruits on the French tips, starting off with the pink nail. I also quickly want to mention, so I don't have to keep repeating myself, all of the gel liners that I am using to do all of the fruit nail art designs are from the two collections that I showed in the beginning, except for the black polish, which is just a regular black polish from Beetles, but all of the other colors I use for the fruit nail art is the colors that were included in both of the gel liner collections. Okay, so now back to the fruit nails. For the pink French tip nail, I decided I wanted to do some strawberries. So I'm just taking the red gel liner and drawing on the basic shape of a strawberry. Honestly, this was a little bit hard just because all of the fruit were so tiny, and trying to get it to be the shape of a strawberry was quite difficult, but honestly, I still think this is super beginner friendly because honestly, you're basically just drawing 3 lines and then filling it in. So I think this is still a very beginner friendly nail art because just draw on 3 lines, making it kind of in a strawberry shape, and then fill it in and you're good to go. And everybody's gonna know it's a strawberry once you add on those last finishing touches. So I did go ahead and get the basic shape of the strawberry. I then cured for 30 seconds. After I had the shape of the strawberry and that was cured, I'm now taking my green gel liner to draw on kind of like the little stem of the strawberries on top of all of the strawberries. And this really helped a lot, like seeing what they actually were, because at first it kind of just looked like a little bit kind of like a cow print or just spots on the nail, but once I had on like the little green stem, I knew immediately that these were looking like strawberries. After I had on the stem, I did go ahead and cure for 30 seconds, and then I will be using a black gel liner to create some dots on the strawberries, and those will act as the seeds of the strawberry. So I also wanted to mention, for the little seeds of the strawberry, I tried using a dotting tool, but it just wasn't small enough and creating small enough dots to my liking. So I am using this really cool silicone tool, and it is kind of like a silicone tip basically, and then on the tip it is very tiny and has like a really good point. So I just gently dip that into the black gel polish, and then I'm applying very little pressure to create super tiny little dots on the strawberries, and this worked out so perfectly. And honestly, I continued using this silicone tool throughout some other fruit nail art that I was doing, just because I really liked it, and you can use it in a lot of different ways to create different designs, and I just really like this a lot. So I will have this link down below if I can find it, but it was very helpful and it created some super tiny dots. I also did, if I wouldn't have had that silicone tool, another helpful thing is to use a toothpick, because they also have a super fine point, which would also help you create some super small dots. So the next nail is going to be a grape nail. So again, I went ahead, put some of that purple gel polish on my palette, and then I'm going to be using a regular dotting tool. This is actually the dotting tool that came in the builder gel kit, and I'm just going to be taking this and creating some grapes. The way I did this was put 3 dots, and then 2 dots, and then 1 dot, kind of like stacking cups, but instead stacking like grapes. I don't know. It was very easy to do. I feel like this was definitely one of the easiest ones. When I was looking for fruit inspiration, I also saw people doing like just a purple triangle on the nail, and then taking a white gel polish and using that to put in the dots. But honestly, I didn't even try that one, just because I felt like it would look cool, but I just wanted to stick with using just purple and a dotting tool, keeping it very beginner friendly, very basic, but still looking good. So I did just do that, and then I did cure for 30 seconds. I did cure in between each layer of everything. So this nail set took me a long time. So if you are enjoying the video, please give it a thumbs up. That way I know you're enjoying, and also giving me a thumbs up really helps me out a lot as well. But besides the point, I went ahead, did a cure on the grapes, and then again, I'm taking that green gel liner and kind of creating like the stem or the vine for the grapes. The way I'm doing it this time is kind of just like how you would for a carrot, just going in with one line and then another line, and I thought that was a very basic and very easy way to create the little vine for the grapes. For the orange nail, of course, we have to do lemons. Just kidding, oranges. We're gonna do some oranges on this nail. So I'm taking the orange gel liner, I put some of that out on my palette, and then I'm taking a larger dotting tool and just creating some dots. You can just use the dotting tool size, but I kind of took my dotting tool and spun it around in a circle just to make the dot a little bit bigger, to have larger oranges and then some smaller oranges as well. I then went ahead and cured that. I'm now taking that green gel liner and applying some of that on my palette, and then I will be coming back to that silicone tool and using this to just very gently tap on the nail to create kind of like a little leaf on the orange. And I thought this was super cute. It really made them look like oranges, and it was just so easy to do. I'm just like tapping it on, and you can see like the little leaf of the orange go right on. and it is just so stinking adorable. Alrighty, so now for the second to last fruit nail art design. For the green nail, I am going to be doing some kiwis. Comment below if you like kiwis. I feel like a lot of people like them, and then not a lot of people like them. I am definitely one of the people that do like them a lot, but sometimes when I eat them, my tongue kind of gets like sizzly. So yeah, but comment below if you like eating kiwis. But anyways, I thought this would be a super cute little nail design to do. It was also a lot easier than I expected. I started off with using the larger dotting tool just to create some circles like how I did for the oranges. I then cured that for 30 seconds. Now taking the smaller dotting tool and the lighter green shade, I'm going in the center of the larger green dot and putting a small green dot with the lighter green. I then cured that, and then I'll be taking the silicone tool in the black gel polish and just creating little black dots around the smaller light green dot to create the seeds, just like how I did for the strawberry. And then I will be curing that for 30 seconds. And this one was probably one of my favorites. I feel like the strawberries were my favorite, but just the whole set together was just super cute, and I felt like this set screamed summer. I just loved it so much, and I'm so glad that I was having like a good French tip day and a good nail art day, because that is basically what this set is about. But overall, all of these nail designs are very beginner friendly. I feel if you are struggling with nail art but still want to do something fun, try something like this where it looks complex. It takes some time to do, but it's very easy. I feel like that is the best nail art, even though it takes some time. In the end, like, it looks super good and it looks hard to do, but if you just break it down and take it step by step, it is really easy nail art, and it just looks like it's very complex and hard, but breaking it down into those little steps, like for the kiwi, for example, larger dot, smaller dot, and then a couple little dots for seeds, like that's super easy, but in the end, it just looks super complex and looks like it was very hard to do. So for the last nail here, I'm going to be doing some lemons, of course, and this is basically going to be the same exact thing as the oranges, just because I wanted to keep it simple, again, beginner friendly. At first, I was going to do kind of like some circle lemons, like a slice of a lemon, and then I was also going to do some whole lemons on the nail, but I thought, why not just keep it simple? Use the larger dotting tool to create some circles, and then cure that, and then put on a little green leaf using the silicone tool. And that is exactly what I did. So basically, they are oranges, but they are actually lemons. So yeah, that is the nail art for that. I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of this play out, but I really hope that you guys are enjoying the video. If you are, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to leave a comment if you're feeling generous. Alrighty, so here are the nails after all of the nail art is complete. I am in love with this nail set. I love it so much. Everything in this nail set is super fun and colorful, and I just think that it is too cute. I'm now going to be going ahead and applying some top coat, the Beetles glossy top coat to the nails, and I also decided that I wanted to do some cuticle rhinestones just to kind of bring a little bit of bling to the nail set. At first I was thinking, should I or shouldn't I? And I was like, let's just go ahead and go big or go home. Let's add the cuticle rhinestones. So I am going to be doing that to all of the nails. I do only show these 2 nails on camera, applying the top coat, and then before curing that top coat, I apply the flat back AB rhinestones, and then I go ahead and do a flash cure, repeat that to the rest of the nails, and then I do a full cure for 30 seconds in the nail lamp. Like I said, only showing these 2 on camera because this video is getting super long, so I didn't want to continue to show basic details, but I went ahead and applied the top coat, the rhinestones, I cured. Here are the nails. I'm now going to go ahead and top the nail set off with some cuticle oil to nourish my cuticles, and of course, like I always say, top off this super cute nail set. I love this one, probably one of my favorites I've ever done. I really love beginner-friendly nail art just because it's super easy, super quick, and I just love how it makes the set look in the end. Let me know in the comment section if you love this nail set as much as I do, and also your favorite nail. Honestly, I can't pick a favorite nail just because I love them so much, but while I'm looking at them right now, the strawberry nail kind of looks like watermelons. Either way, watermelons or strawberries, it is still super cute, and I really love all of the colors in this nail set. I don't know if I said this already or not, but comment below your favorite fruit in an emoji so I know you have made it this far into the video. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.